Good afternoon. I want to say a few words about my lifelong experience with asthma. I'll soon be 64 years old, and I really can't remember a time when I didn't have asthma, at least a little bit. Different stages of life, it's been different levels of concern. When I was a little kid, there weren't a lot of medications for asthma. I remember taking some kind of a antihistamine that I called green medicine. And from time to time, my dad would get up during the night. We had this little primitive nebulizing device that required him to pump a bicycle pump. Let me say something about today, though, the onset of asthma. Really, there are not many days that go by that I don't have a little bit of shortness of breath or a little bit of wheezing. But overall, my asthma is very nicely controlled with a steroid inhalant. The Symbicort is real popular. There are some others, and I try to use it as faithfully as I can. And then a rescue inhaler, which I don't need every day, but the need for it ranges everywhere from twice a day to maybe 5 or 6 times a day. One of the first questions that my doctor will ask me when I go in with asthma is how many puffs of your inhaler have you used? A lot of times I can just get a puff of the inhaler, go to bed at night, and get up the next day, and I feel pretty good. And on a regular basis, I tend to cough up a lot of mucus out of my lungs. But by and large, my situation is pretty much under control. About 20 years ago, I did an allergy test, and I understand that allergies change over time. The allergy test this last time told me that I was allergic to mold, and which means that I have more trouble in the fall than I do in the springtime, leaves and such. And I also have a problem with grass. One of the things that helps me with my asthma is this very nice mask that my son sent me that goes well beyond just the little masks that everybody else wears. And so it helps me a lot. Another thing that is good for my asthma, when I'm having a situation where I feel like I'm having to use my inhaler too much, then I will utilize my nebulizer. No more bicycle pumps now, but this is a better side of it. This is a form of albuterol, and I use my little nebulizer here, and I'll take a 5-minute breathing treatment. Oftentimes, when you go to the doctor, they'll give you, or the hospital, the ER, they'll give you a 15-minute treatment with that. So, if I'm, having trouble controlling it with a simple inhaler, I can use this maybe at night or in the morning. And if that doesn't work, I go to the doctor and he gives me prednisone, which is a kind of silver bullet for my asthma. So I hope this helps just a little bit.